Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to figure out what these corporate filings actually mean, and sometimes what surprises they might be hiding. Get ready because today we're diving into Harley-Davidson Inc. Its latest report, it seems like they're making some behind-the-scenes changes to their rulebook. Before we jump in, if you like getting the inside scoop on companies without all the corporate jargon, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. We also have a fantastic community on Discord where we break down these reports further. All the links are in the description below, so join us. Alright, let's get straight to it. Harley-Davidson Inc., the iconic motorcycle maker, has filed an 8K report, which basically means something important has happened that they need to tell investors about right away. In this case, on the 23rd of September 2025, the big news is about their bylaws. Think of bylaws as the internal rulebook for how a company is run, how its board operates, and how shareholders can participate. The company announced that their board of directors adopted amendments to their amended and restated bylaws. So what does this actually mean for you and me as potential investors, or even just people curious about how major corporations operate? Well, a few key things stand out. First, they are updating their rules to align with new regulations from the SEC. Specifically, they're addressing what are called universal proxy rules. Basically, this means that if someone wants to nominate a director who is not on the company's official board slate, they have to follow a much stricter process and give proper notice. This is designed to make sure that proxy solicitations are more transparent and orderly. It makes it harder for outside groups to try and pull a fast one during shareholder meetings. Another change has to do with the timing of their annual shareholder meetings. They've clarified the notice periods for shareholders who want to bring up new business or nominate directors. If the annual meeting is scheduled really far from the anniversary of the previous year's meeting, then there is a specific window when shareholders can submit their proposals. This ensures there is enough advance warning for everyone involved and tries to prevent last-minute surprises. They've also updated the disclosure requirements for shareholders who want to nominate director candidates or submit other business proposals. Now, these shareholders will need to provide more detailed information not just about themselves, but also about any other people involved in their solicitation. They also need to give extra background and details about the proposed directors or business proposals. They've removed the requirement to disclose information about certain performance-related fees though, which might simplify things for some filers. Speaking of director candidates, now anyone put forward for the board, whether by the board itself or by a shareholder, will need to give more information. This includes background details, specific representations about their voting and compensation arrangements, and confirmation that they will follow the company's policies and intend to serve for the whole term. This is all about ensuring that director candidates are fully vetted and committed. There are also changes for shareholders who want to call a special meeting. They will need to provide additional background information when they request that the board set a date to determine who can vote on such a meeting, and when they formally demand a special meeting. A rather interesting change is that if a shareholder is trying to get votes from other shareholders, they have to use a proxy card that is not white. This is a pretty specific rule, and it is likely a way to make it easier to visually distinguish between the company's official proxy materials and those from dissenting shareholders. It is a small detail, but it highlights the effort to maintain clear boundaries. Perhaps one of the most significant changes are the new exclusive forum provisions. What this means is they are designating specific courts as the only places where certain legal disputes involving Harley-Davidson Incorporated can be heard. For most state law matters, the courts in Wisconsin will be the exclusive forum. If Wisconsin courts don't have jurisdiction, then a federal court in Wisconsin will be the place. And for anything related to federal securities laws, like the Securities Act of 1933, the federal district courts in the United States are designated as the exclusive forum. This is a common move by companies to try and control where and how they get sued. It can streamline litigation and potentially reduce legal costs by keeping cases within jurisdictions where the company is based and familiar with the legal landscape. Beyond these specific points, the bylaws were also updated for general modernization clarification and to align with other changes. Overall, this filing shows Harley-Davidson Incorporated is proactively updating its internal governance to meet new regulatory standards and tighten up procedures for shareholder engagement and board nominations. Now, this filing doesn't contain traditional financial tables like a 10Q or 10K report, so we don't have new revenue or profit numbers to dissect today. However, these governance changes can indirectly affect future financial performance. By clarifying rules around shareholder proposals and director nominations, the company is aiming for more stable and predictable shareholder meetings, which can prevent disruptive activist campaigns that might negatively impact operations or stock value. The exclusive forum provisions could also lead to more favourable outcomes in legal disputes, potentially saving the company money. Looking at the broader picture, Harley-Davidson Incorporated is a company with a deeply established brand, but it faces a dynamic market. They've been working to attract a new generation of riders and expand their product offerings beyond just traditional motorcycles. These by-law changes seem to be about strengthening the company's internal structure and governance to support those broader strategic goals. By ensuring a more controlled and organized shareholder process, they can focus more on executing their business strategy. So what is my take on all this? These by-law amendments are a clear sign that Harley-Davidson Incorporated is paying attention to corporate governance best practices and regulatory changes. The move to create exclusive forums for legal disputes is a standard but important step for any large public company. It suggests a desire for greater control and predictability in how legal challenges are handled. While it might seem a bit technical, these changes are fundamental to how the company operates and how shareholders interact with it. They are designed to protect the company and its leadership from potentially costly or distracting legal battles, and to ensure a smoother path for board elections and shareholder proposals. The strength here is obvious proactive management and a commitment to good governance. The potential weakness really lies in how these changes might be perceived by activist investors who may see them as attempts to limit their influence. Though the universal proxy rule changes are mandated by the SE anyway, the company appears to be navigating a complex regulatory environment with diligence. In conclusion, Harley-Davidson Incorporated is shoring up its internal governance structure. It is a move that in the long run should contribute to stability and efficient operations, allowing the company to better focus on its strategic objectives in the evolving motorcycle market. Alright, that is our breakdown of this particular filing. What do you think of these by-law changes? Did we miss anything important? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this explanation helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more of these corporate deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.